The following opening round match is scheduled for one fall.
Some more first round action. Percy Davis here, joined once again by Chase Holiday. Thanks for saving my life. I thought Trevor would talk my ear off forever.
No, now I'm here and I'm back to talk your ear off once again.
Yes, but we have an absolute clinic in store for us today. We have the young GOAT, Myron Reed, versus Dustin Waller, one part of the Miracle generation who have been putting on absolute bangers out here in the Midwest against the Bang Bros.
And this is my first time getting a chance to experience Dustin Waller, so I'm very excited to see what he's capable of bringing against somebody that is a veteran, a self-claimed young GOAT in Myron Reed, somebody who's been out and around and has done it all to some degree.
In such a short amount of time as well. And you have to wonder too, what's going through his mind, knowing that his tag team partner, Kylan King, has gone on. He defeated Gary J with a snap variation of a small package. Do you think that now he has to try harder and he has to win? Or is he going to hear that on the car ride back, Chase?
You know, as somebody who's been in car rides and has been in tournaments, you always want to meet the people that, you rode up with in that same position.
Snatching up. Both of them going for some version. Maybe twisting it all the way through. Backslide pin. Has that in deep. Oklahoma roll. Look at that. Oh my God. Myron able to get his hips onto Dustin's hips. Not enough. And the young GOAT making it look easy.
And now let me also point out that Myron is able to move at the weight that he's added on. Slowly has added on more weight and has included more power moves, more lifting type techniques into his arsenal. So he can't not just only move around the way that he does, he can also pick you up and toss you when he chooses.
Added on some attitude too. As we know, a member of the Rascals and such, but he primarily wrestles as a one-on-one competitor, while Dustin wrestles as a tag team competitor. I wonder if this is going to take him out of his game plan. Tripping him. Dustin with the drop kick. Picture perfect.
I don't know how often Dustin is able to compete in singles matches, but it's a completely different monster being in there with nobody in your corner, especially with somebody of the caliber of Myron Reed.
Drop kick after the kip up there.
And what a beautiful drop kick that was.
Absolutely, almost knocked Dustin out of his white Power Ranger style gear. Oh my God!
Take it to the skies early.
And back up to his feet after colliding with Dustin Waller. It's Myron Reed, the young GOAT, very much earning his title here.
And Myron being able to get him in.
Oh my God! That was the toe! The toe met Myron right in the jaw. Where is Dustin going? Flipping tope!
So whatever you can do, I can do better. Out of the flip to his dive right there.
And that's the crazy part about this tournament. Anybody that you match up with that has the same style as you want to prove you're better than them, that you're standing out. Fantastic swanton blockbuster there. And a kick out from Myron Reed.
And Myron clutching at the back of his neck after that blockbuster. It is bringing all your weight down, grabbing your opponent's neck and slamming it down onto the mat. It brings a lot of force. Sometimes you get a bit of a whiplash effect, giving you, a slight case of a possible concussion at that point.
Absolutely. Beautiful counter mutilation locked in here. He has both of those arms pressing together, a fantastic bridge on the tippy toes. And look at that, young GOAT not expending any more energy. Myron Reed reaching over, getting the rope break. This is the style of wrestling they're going to have to use so they don't waste any more energy. Like I said, there's about 2 more matches that either one of these competitors are going to have to go through.
Oh, absolutely. And Myron, having the ring awareness and knowing how long his limbs are, especially his legs, able to get that rope, to get out of that submission maneuver that Dustin Waller had placed him in.
Leg drop! Ooh. Jerry Lynn style of evasion leg drop.
That has become a signature of Myron's, always baiting his opponent in to nail him on the back of the head with it.
Went for the super. Planting Michinoku there. You saw that earlier in the Space Monkey matchup, but not enough.
Now, I will ask the question, when your tag partner is also in this tournament, do you guys decide to mix up your game plans to meet each other in the finals by taking some of the other's moves? Is Dustin going to pull out any moves that Kylan had used, and so on and so forth to continue on in their matches?
That's a good way to think about it too, but it also comes down to who their opponents were. They both had very different opponents. Gary J for Kylan, a known striker, had to go as fast as possible so Gary wouldn't get any momentum, and he was able to pull out the victory. But right here, Dustin has a guy who's very much the same as him. Both of them high flyers of the highest caliber.
Absolutely. It is 2 battles of extreme athleticism. But
tossed him with that springboard Blue Thunder bomb. Oh, and not done with it too. Young Go having a good time with it.
This is where the strength that I had mentioned is paying off for Myron. Able to have his way with Dustin at this point.
Reverse STO there, but not enough. Kylan able to break, or kick out of it rather. And Myron, a little bit of a smirk on his face, like, all right, kid, you trying to prove yourself in this tournament? Me too. And I would like to point out, earlier today, we saw Shun Skywalker come out with the MLW Middleweight Championship, which he won from Myron Reed.
That is correct. So that puts a thought in the back of Myron's mind, possibly, is
oh my!
Seeing Shun advance, he has to prove himself by also advancing and get after that as well. Because I'm sure there's unfinished business between the two.
Running chop, leveling Dustin there. And like you said, Myron's been putting on some weight, hitting the gym. Thickest I've ever seen this boy rolling through.
And he's still able to move the weight that he has been ever since we first met him. And he's only gotten smarter and stronger. Oh, and more adaptable.
That was a flying elbow strike. I thought it was a clothesline, and I saw the crook of his elbow bend and he come down. Dustin Waller able to hit that picture perfect, leveling Myron and cutting off his momentum.
Now they're at an even playing field. Will Dustin Waller be able to take advantage of this and get back on his feet and swing the momentum in his favor, or is Myron Reed's, mean streak going to be too much for him to keep up with?
It's his mean streak or his wealth of knowledge. We have seen him. He has people that follow him around that learn from him. He is a teacher, so he spends more time coming up with new maneuvers, new techniques that we haven't seen before. Dustin Waller, a tag team competitor, used to using his tag team partner to help him win his matches. But this time, picking up some momentum. Flying forearm strike.
This is the point where
Myron
some
swings wildly.
Best maneuvers, if they're with a tag team.
Rolling DVD.
Do this point by yourself.
Short super to the side of the face. Running shooter. Beautifully done. Both one leg is hooked and he's had his full weight across, but not enough to put away Myron. We saw Myron take on Calvin Tankman at NAP. We understand how hard these dudes spot for that. Calvin barely able to scrape it out the victory with a choke on Myron Reed. Myron doesn't have to worry about that. He has a guy that's the same size as him, so he's gonna have to pull out something nasty if he wants to beat Dustin.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, stops the cutter into a roll-up.
Stops that momentum. Head kick duck. Super kick hooked. No
Notice how
super kick.
Myron kept his eyes even with the missed kick so he could look for another opportunity to strike again.
And that means that, oh, almost went for that springboard cutter. Went for a Dragon Rana cut. That power bomb was almost it. Dustin yanking Myron up. Springboard cutter.
Oh, beautiful.
And Myron right there with the wherewithal to roll out of the ring.
He knows what it's like to be in a situation like this, in this type of matchup, this deep in the matchup. So he knows to roll out of the way and take himself out of trouble.
What is Dustin going for? Myron Reed is a long ways away, launching himself over the buckle! That is something we have seen from Myron time and time again. Dustin definitely studying Myron, showing him again, anything you can do, I can do better, ascending to the heavens. Go with the cutter! That might be it!
Beautiful, beautiful.
That sudden stop of that cutter into the fucking mat was enough to do it.